Welcome to your practice, and thank you for showing up for Wind Down Flow. Whether you've had a really long day or just need to slow things down, this class is going to be perfect for you. We'll get you feeling nice and stretched, centered, and relaxed. So when you're ready, we'll have a lie down. You might need a couple of blocks, but if you don't have those at home, grab some pillows. So let's take a lie down. And right away when you lie down, I want you to break the rules. We're not coming into any sort of specific shape. This isn't like a Shavasana start. Arms can be up, down. Sometimes it's nice to have them on your body for that physical touch. The legs can be closer together, farther away. Take your time. And close down the eyes. I'll be doing the same. And chances are there's probably still little wiggles that you might want to get out to settle a little deeper. So would you please make fists with your hands, scrunch up your toes, your feet, and then soften them. Slide the right hand out a little bit more, left hand out a little bit more, or if they're on the body, spread the fingers and relax them. Let the heels be heavy on the floor. Be a turn of the head side to side. And then this quiet, what happens when you just exist? When you allow yourself to be without any responsibility added. Is there another layer that could soften? Simply because you get to show up as yourself. And you can allow that transition to be super slow. Sometimes it takes the whole practice just to feel a little bit better. Sometimes you plug in right away. It's the very act of showing up. That's the important thing. As you're here in your space, let's start to breathe together. Take an exhale, move the breath out. This first part's through the nose. Let's inhale slow, just for 3, for 2, for 1. Little pause at the top. Open the mouth, let it out. Through the nose, mouth is closed. Inhale slow for 3, 2, and the belly and the ribs expand. 1, have a little pause. As you pause, can you let the head rest rather than push into the mat? And open the mouth, softly let it out. Again, through the nose, inhaling 3. There's some space that you can create that you didn't before with the breath. Let's hold that. And open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Transitioning only in and out through the nose now. A little longer. Let's inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Through the nose, exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Creating a pattern. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue. Inhale 5. Exhale 5. Inhale. exhale. We're going to keep the breath the exact same, just adding some movement. So as you inhale for 5, and you start to reach the arms up and the legs long. 3, 2, full body stretch. 1. And then where the arms and the legs are, exhale, soften. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale, reach. 5, 4. And the majority of this practice can be done with the eyes closed. 1. Exhale, 5, releasing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, softening tension. 3, 2, and 1. Changing. Inhale, slow, arms to a T. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Exhale, right knee toward the chest. 5, 4, 3. You're doing great. 2, 1. Breath in. 5, 4. Belly's pushing toward the thigh. Exhale, crossover for a twist. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause here. Inhale. Five counts. Exhale. Back through center. We're staying with the 5 counts. Know that. I'll just be cueing inhale and exhale now. Release right leg. Exhale. Inhale, bend left knee. Cut from here, and then we'll continue rolling. Take a breath in. Inhale, 5. Exhale, left knee in. Inhale, 5. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, back through center. Breath in. Exhale, release. I'd like you to do one more twist to each side on your own with that 5 count breath. It's okay if you mess the breath up a little bit. Not sure when to inhale and exhale. All we're working for here is to down-regulate your system. Give your mind something to focus on. And start to teach your body that we don't always need to rush. Teach the breath, you don't always need to rush. If the head wants to move slightly as you come in through your twist, that's fine. Eventually, where we will end up is on our backs, existing in space. And whether you got there sooner or later, you'll arrive in the time that is meant for you. As you do soften, is there another layer that you can let go of? It might be through the forehead, around through your eyes. Maybe it's in the hands, through the hips. And as we begin to move a little more, maybe a 5-count inhale, exhale isn't sustainable, that's okay. Would you give the attention to full breaths that allow some creation for that inner space? From here, can you flex both of your feet? Exhale, hug the right knee in toward the chest. This time we'll clasp the hands around through the shin for a wind releasing pose. Take a breath in, feel belly expand toward the thigh. And exhale, hug the thigh close. Breath in with the thigh close. Exhale, cross over for that spinal twist once more. Let the leg land where it does. We'll focus on the upper body now. Tee out through your arms. Take an inhale, reach the right fingertips a little bit further away. And as you exhale, take your right hand, slide it across your chest, make contact all the way down through the left inner arm, all the way down through the palm. Maybe even the fingers reach past the left fingertips. Inhale, slide that arm all the way back in through the left inseam of the arm, across the chest, and opening wide. Once more, exhale, slide that right hand all the way across the chest, down through the left arm. Maybe the right hand reaches past the left fingers. And inhale all the way back open into your T. A little change now, add on. Exhale, slide that right hand across the chest, all the way down through the arm. As we run out of exhale, we're thinking like that right hand is a hand on a clock. Inhale, right fingertips like they're going to drag to the floor, up and overhead to 12 o'clock. And then all the way back open into that big T. So we get this extra nice space happening through the underside of the right arm. Once more, exhale, slide the right hand across the chest, all the way down through the left arm, past the fingers. And as we inhale, reach those right fingertips up overhead. And the exhale will carry us back open in through the T. Reach the right fingertips forward. We'll roll onto our bellies. We'll slide that right hand across the chest, all the way down through the left arm. Now your right leg is going to stay in that half frog. We'll roll it onto the belly. And if you feel like your right knee is on a hard surface, we can scooch over toward the left side of the mat, so the right knee is having some padding. We have our right leg in our frog from hip to knee to ankle. And we'll come down and create a little pedestal for our head. Forehead is going to rest on top of the hands. Elbows are going wide. Connect to the inner part of your thigh, underside of the leg to the knee, from the knee all the way down through that right inner ankle. Take a breath in. And then exhale, can you gently press that leg down toward the floor? And then inhale, release the pressure. It's subtle. Exhale, press. Inhale, release. Once more. Exhale to press. Getting some activation. Inhale, release. Now feel that base, that inside of the right knee. Keep it glued down. The head stays down unless you need to take a peek at what we're doing. Flex through your right foot, adding some internal rotation. Only the foot wants to lift. Breath in. Exhale, can we float the right foot up off of the mat? We feel that thigh bone slightly internally rotating. Don't worry if it doesn't get high. And then set that foot back down. Breath in. Exhale, lifting that right heel up. Maybe it's half a centimeter. Maybe it's a few inches. All the way back down. Once more, pressing strong through the inside of that right knee, lifting up through that ankle. You have that internal rotation. And then placing that right ankle down. Beautiful. From there, we'll come up into our Sphinx. Elbows are landing about under the shoulders. Spreading through the fingers wide. Little press of that right inner thigh still. 3 rounds of cow-cats here. Inhale, belly is pulling forward. Heart is lifting up. Exhale, gentle pressure through the forearms down. Tailbone's tucking some, belly's hugging up. 2 more.
So I love these because they get that inner thigh and groin area that can sometimes get really tight, especially if we're sitting a lot.
Also add this really nice release through the back and through the waistline. All right, now to come out, we're going back the way we came in. So the left arm will be reaching underneath the right. We'll open back up into that T-twist. It's okay if you've rolled off of your mat. All the way back with that right leg. And then let it go. Just scooch back on my mat. And I want you to take a 2-breath breather here. Can you detect something that you didn't before? Maybe that's the sensation of the backs of the hands on the floor, the backs of the calves on the floor. If you're outside, maybe that's the wind. If you're inside, maybe that's the fan or the air conditioning. All right, give a flex to the feet. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend through that left knee, wind releasing, pose, clasp around through the shin and hug the thigh nice and close. Breath in through the belly, expand, let it press toward the thigh. And exhale, squeeze that thigh a little bit closer. Keep the thigh nice and close. Breath in. Exhale, cross it over for your spinal twist. Now, our upper body focused. Just let the leg be where it is. If it's feeling like it's giving you some problems, you can always put a prop underneath that knee. Arms will go out into a giant T shape. Breath in, reach the left fingertips further across. And then exhale, like you are kind. You are bringing in some kindness to yourself, to your life, across through the chest, down through that right arm, all the way down through the palm, maybe even past the fingertips. As you inhale, sliding through that hand, back up through the arm, across the chest, and opening into the T. The head will probably roll naturally. That's fine. Exhale, left hand slides across the chest, all the way down through the arm. Pass through the fingers. We're opening up through the shoulder blades here as we reach. And then all the way back, opening up. Time for our clock motion. Let's exhale, slide the hand across the chest, all the way down. This move just feels so nice. Like, I love throwing in this move because it gets the shoulders, it gets the spine, the neck relaxes. And as we inhale, we trace those left fingertips up and over like we're going to 12 o'clock. And then exhale, open up into that giant T shape. Let's try it again. Breath in. Exhale, slide the hand across the chest, all the way down. Pass through the fingertips. And then inhale all the way up, opening in through that T. Exhale, slide the hand across the chest. We're rolling onto the belly now. Fingertips glide over. Roll onto the belly. And if you want that extra padding for the knee, we'll get that inner left knee padded on the mat. 90-degree-ish shape with the leg. We'll come down, hands stacking one on top of another. Head gets to rest on top. Connect to the line of the left inner thigh through the knee, all the way down through the shin, through the ankle. Breath in. You'll feel the belly expand toward the floor here. Exhale, push that inner leg line down, activating. Inhale, soften. You'll feel the glute fire up a little bit. Exhale, push through that inner line of the leg. Inhale, soften. And exhale, push. Soften to inhale, internal rotation, flex through that left foot, breath in. Exhale, hover your left ankle. Inhale, set back down. See if you can feel that thigh doing the motion here. Exhale, float that left heel. Sometimes I meet students and they can't even lift their foot, and that's okay. Set the foot down, but that's why we're here. Unwinding some of that tension. Last one, exhale, lift that foot up. Set the foot back down. Coming on up through to your forearms, in through your sphinx. Elbows under the shoulders, give a little spread through the fingers, little press through that inner left leg line. 3 cow-cats, go ahead. And even though we're doing the same thing on both sides, that's not to say that both left and right are going to be even by the end of the practice. That's why if you forget to do something, or God forbid, I forget to teach you something, it's not that big of a deal because the goal here isn't to create ourselves perfectly balanced. If it was, we'd kind of be setting ourselves up for failure. The goal is to feel a little bit better. When we set a goal like that, it's a little easier to attain, and we keep showing up for our practice. Now to come out the way we came in, that right arm this time will slide underneath your left arm. We'll open back up in through the T and lie on your back. Center myself back on the mat with you all and take a 2-breath breather. Notice something you didn't before. Connect. Is your breath still smooth? If a bend through the knees, hug them in towards your armpits, grab around through the shins, and give yourself a little roll side to side. Bring the knees closer together. Continue your rock and roll, except this time forward and back. Forward and back. Until we're all the way up into our tabletop. From your tabletop, I'd like you to do a little hand walk, placing the hands in different directions, opening up through the fingers, through the wrists. This is also a common tension point. Do a lot with our hands, but not a lot to open, to take care of them. And we'll pad those hands back through neutral. Curling your toes under. Regular cow-cats. Inhale, belly low, heart forward, butt goes up. Exhale, press through the pillars of the arms, upper back lifts up, belly hugs up. 2 more. Feel connection between the inner thighs hugging slightly in, the inner arms hugging slightly in. And as we pull through our neutral point, the toes are still curled under, and we'll press back into your downward facing dog. Take a little walk. Stretching out those legs. Feeling the back of the leg line open up. Spine lengthen. And walk those feet a little bit wider than you would for hip width distance. I'd like you to lift the heels up, inhale. Move the heels to your left, toes to the right. Bend your knees and get your butt all the way back toward the heels for getting a side stretch to the right. Inhale, come back up through your down dog. Swivel the heels over to your right, toes to the left. Bend those knees, get the butt back toward the heels. Nice side stretch to the left. Once more each side, heels lift up. Over to the left, toes to the right, knees bend. Exhale, butt goes back and down toward the feet. Inhale, reach the heels through center, over to the right. Exhale, knees bend, butt's going down. All the way back through center. Bend the knees heavily and walk those hands back towards your feet, forward fold at the back of the mat. Knees have a bend. Put the weight through the heels so the glutes feel like they're doing some work. Back body's firing up. And then exhale, roll up, nice and smooth. All the way to standing. We're doing a big reach up. Maybe it's a little back bend. And then exhale all the way down. Knees give a bend, hands touch again. Bend those knees, pour the weight through the heels, all the way up. Arms are reaching up, chest lifts up, maybe the gaze goes up. And then exhale, big dive all the way back. Hands touch the floor. We'll walk those hands forward. Downward facing dog for a single solid breath. Beautiful. Exhale, set the knees down. As the knees come down, I'd like you to walk the arms forward in for your puppy pose. Now, if you are hypermobile or just want some extra activation, I recommend using a block in between the palms. Sometimes this helps people who are quite flexible feel a little bit more. But if this is too much, without the block is just as fine. Palms can press together. With the elbows reaching forward, the chest is reaching down. You'll note that the elbows are further forward of the shoulders. Head might not touch the floor, but if it does, chin or forehead touches. Personally, if my forehead is on the floor, my nose pushes in, so I don't like that variation. I have my chin down. We'll squeeze the palms together or into the block and bend the elbows, reaching that block up. We'll get right into the underside of the arm. Continue pressure on the block or palms and give a few passes. Hips are high over those knees. Belly and chest soften down. All right. As the block comes back down to the floor, or as the hands come down to the floor, release it. Pull yourself forward, roll all the way back onto your belly, and we'll set up for our chest opener. So hitting a little bit of all the bases in our practice today. Right arm will go out to the side into a cactus, 90-degree shape. We'll look over to the left, set the head down. Left hand slides underneath the left shoulder, little press through the inner arm like we were doing with the leg and our frogs. And as we exhale, rolling left side of the body up and away from the floor. Now, if you come into this and you're like, breathe, this is so intense, you can actually straighten your right arm. However, if you are on the more flexible side, again, having something to push into, a little engagement, really helps open and also keep you out of the range where it's just kind of feeling like nothing or getting nervy. Exhale back through the belly. Roll through for the other side, chest opener. Left arm goes into your cactus or straight. We'll look over to the right. Right hand has a little assist, pushing underneath around the shoulder, and we get in through left side of the chest and shoulder. And this really helps, again, if you've been like sitting a lot and you're hunched over, can often hunch over as well to protect this area. So it's just a safe way of opening up, and a gentle way of opening up. Let's roll back through the belly. Slide those hands under the shoulders and give yourself a press all the way up. And then feed the legs through and lie back down. As we lie back down, I'd like you to cross that right ankle on top of the left thigh. Figure 4, clasp the hands either behind the left thigh or in front of the left shin. You feel the outer right thigh push out a little bit. A little hug in through the arms. Close your eyes and slow down 3 breaths. And as you release the hands, we'll keep the legs as they are. Bring your arms out to a T. Slowly let that right sole of the foot come onto the floor, over to the left. Push the outer right thigh forward, move a little bit through the outer right thigh. And then exhale, let the right inner thigh fall in. Spinal twist, just for a breath. All the way back up. We'll switch out the legs. Left ankle comes on top of the thigh. Clasp the hands around through the back of the right thigh, figure 4, or in front of the shin. Close down the eyes. Back of the head rests rather than presses. Outer left thigh goes a little more forward. And as you release the hands, we keep the legs pretty much in the shape they're in. Arms go to that T. As you exhale, the left sole of the foot wants to make contact. Reach in that direction over to the right. Feel the outer left leg. And then drop that inner left thigh down toward the floor. Single breath, spinal twist. Back up through center. As you get through center, slide the legs up to the ceiling, slide the arms up to the ceiling like a little dead bug, and give me a shake. Just for 5, shake the arms, shake the legs. 4, 3, 2, and exhale, release everything down. Shavasana. And you did it. And the thing I'd like you to remember as you rest here is it's always about consistency over intensity. You showed up on your mat today. And when you make it accessible, so not every day is going to be a level 100. Some days are going to be like this. And you allow the level of intensity to shift to one that actually meets your energetic needs. You create a recipe for consistency. And consistency will take you far in your practice. Can you actually appreciate how far you've come to make it to this moment? Because this is a wind down practice, if you want to stay here for another 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, please pause it and do so. When you are ready to move out, take a bigger breath in. Let it pass out. Moving your toes and your fingers, your wrists and your ankles. Reach the arms up overhead, reach the legs long. Bend the knees, roll over to your left side, heart is closer to the earth. And with some kindness and care, bring yourself up, eyes are closed to any type of seat. Both hands come together at your heart center. And take a breath for yourself. In honor and acknowledgement of all the ways you did show up, bow the head. On the inhale, lifting your head, opening your eyes, and letting in the light. Thank you so much for joining me for your practice. I hope that you feel more spacious, and I'll see you next time.